Hi Ben, hello Jack. If you haven't guessed already, I've finally given in and started playing Minecraft in the snapshots for the 1.7 version. Started a new world, here I am. I've got as far as making a mud hut and planting a few crops and making a portal, which I haven't done a lot on the other side of. I actually had some difficulty starting this world because I spawned in this taiga biome, and for quite a while I couldn't find any animals or other sources of food in the area. So I basically had to break the tall grass, plant some wheat and wait for it to grow. And I nearly starved to death in the process. But I've now managed to find a couple of cows and a couple of chickens, which I'm breeding up. I was lucky enough to come across a couple of sheep to start with almost immediately, so I was able to collect some wool and make a bed. And I've done a fair bit of caving and got some resources. No, they're not in the furnace. You can see I was very lucky. I found a spider spawner dungeon, and there was all this lot in there, including one of these name tags. And I've also been experimenting with the new fishing. You now get, I don't know if you're up on any of the new features that are coming into these snapshots, but what am I carrying this egg around for? You can now catch various types of fish, some of which are edible, some of which are useful as potion ingredients, and some of which appear to be just decorative. But you can also pick up all sorts of other things, including I got a Protection 3 book. I'll put my armour back on now. And I even found a Power 4 bow, or caught a Power 4 bow. There's another feature. You can now left click items in frames to get them out. I built myself this little fishing hut. Thought I was going to be safe in here at night, and as usual forgot that skeletons shoot arrows. I will do you one demonstration of fishing, because it's not that much more interesting to do than it ever was. Although you can now see little splashes in the water. I don't know whether it'll come out in the video. Little particle effects. And then you eventually get a trail of bubbles, and all I caught was an ordinary fish. I won't bore you with that. So that was my only other source of food for a while. I managed to find there's actually loads and loads of brown mushrooms around here. But I only ever managed to find one red mushroom until I went to the nether. I'll just chuck this fish in my food box. See, there's the new salmon that you can eat. You have to cook that, same as the ordinary fish. I've got a load of puffer fish, which are very poisonous and cause nausea and hunger and all sorts of other nasty things, but you can use them to make water breathing potions. And there's also the clownfish, which as far as I can tell you can eat it, but I think it only gives you half a haunch of food back, and it doesn't do anything at all. You can't cook it. I might try and make a fish tank. Part of the reason that I stopped doing the hobbit hole rather, was that There's all these new decorative items coming out, like the clownfish, which I have plans for. And I was so tempted to start using the snapshots for that. And then I thought, well, if I'm going to start using the snapshots anyway, I might as well start my new world as planned. Right, I've not done very much exploring around here. The main things, there's my bow, which I will have back out. Hoe away. Had a zombie trampling my crops just now. Main things I'm lacking is arrows. As you saw just now, I've only got about 4 chickens, which is not a good source of feathers. I'm trying to breed them up at the moment. Oh, I've got 5 now, of course. Just a moment. This view is very jerky. I'm going to have to adjust my settings. I'll be back in a moment. Oh, well, I thought that was okay just now, but it's still a bit jerky. This is what you get for playing with the snapshots. Sometimes it's not too wonderful. Well, it's becoming very jerky now. Oh dear, indeed. I think the game just may have crashed. What is going on? Well, they did say that the latest snapshot might be a bit unstable. So... oh, no, it is jerking all over the place. Just a moment. We are dead. Oh, gold. We'll have to restart the game, I think. Oh, no, there we go. That may be it. Right, see what frame rate am I getting? Gradually getting up to about 175, 180. That's where it should be at. Oh, no, it's not good. Okay, just a minute. I will have to maybe go back to the previous snapshot. Okay, that's better. Not sure what was going on there. I think there was something else running in the background on my computer, as I ended up having to reboot it. So, we're still in the latest snapshot, which is 13W38C. That has effectively got some additional video control options, which I've been playing with, and I thought that's what the problem was. But maybe not. I've put all the settings back to the defaults now. Anyway, what I was saying, my main lack at the moment is arrows. I could also do with an extra diamond or 2. I'd like to make an enchanting table. I've got quite a lot of resources from iron, gold, lapis, quite a heck of a lot of emeralds actually. The other name tag here is I said I got one from the spider dungeon. The other of those I actually caught fishing, so that was pretty good. What else? Oh, got a Respiration 2 book from fishing. So I got my freebie Power 4 Flame 1 bow, a couple of tripwire hooks, a lily pad, got an enderman outside. I think I've got another one of these bows from there, from fishing as well. You get all sorts of good stuff, and some junk too. Right, At the moment, I think my only way of getting arrows, until I can breed up these chickens, is to make myself some sort of mob trap. I'm not going to try and make a full-blown mob tower or... Stupid Enderman. Stole some of my dirt. Yeah, not going to try and make a full-blown mob tower. This mud hut here is basically at world spawn. This is the exact place where I spawned into this world. Ooh, there he is again. I've been nearly killed by one of them already. I'm tempted to go after him, if only to save my dirt. But no, don't risk it, Tim. Not until you've got some enchanted stuff. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build myself somewhere that I can catch a load of skeletons, and I will hide out in there at night and see what I can catch. But I will be back with you when I've done that. Okay, here we are. It's a simple dirt structure. What we've got is a channel around the outside of this dirt hut, basically, with some 2 deep holes in the bottom of it. And then in here, I will warm myself into. Actually, I need to put a roof on it to keep spiders out. Got a ladder going down, and then down the bottom here I can look into the bottom of all these 2 deep holes and attack things at the knees when they fall into them. Let me just go and put a roof on, and we'll see what comes visiting. I didn't bother to make a door for this, because I'm not intending to keep it for very long. Right, I will hang around down here and see what comes calling. Okay, minor flaw in my plan. I'd forgotten that one of the changes they made in the snapshots was that baby zombies can now fit through 1-high gaps. So I could have one of them in here with me in a minute if I'm not careful. I could hear him outside. I've got a creeper over there. Can't. Oh, there he is. There he comes. I'm going to have him in here in a minute, aren't I? Yeah. Okay, that's something I'm going to have to think about. Maybe reduce the gaps to 1 high, or half a block high. Might be better. Have to make it a bit more elaborate then, though. I have a suspicion that most of what I'm going to collect here is going to be zombies. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to work. They can't get at me, I get to clobber them. And if any skeletons come along, I should be able to collect arrows, but so far, no such luck. And it's halfway through the night already. There we go. Is that another zombie? That's a sheep. Now, oh, I can see some more zombies spawned over there. They're probably going to come across the river to me. The other day, when I tried fishing through the night, I had an absolute swarm of mobs outside the fishing shack. So far, all I've got is 2 zombies and a sheep. Okay, I'll be back to you if anything interesting happens. Okay, well, that was a total and utter failure. I spent the night adjusting this to put... actually didn't need to put the slabs around the inside. I had to put slabs on the ceiling here to reduce the height of the holes so that the baby zombies couldn't get through, and putting a floor down to raise myself up to the right height so I could attack them easily, and absolutely nothing came visiting. So I might have to rethink that. Anyway, what I shall do, I shall dig myself a way out. My shovel broke in the night. By the way, I'll have to think about that and see if I can work out what I can do to improve it. Scrapping it might be a good plan. Right, I think that'll have to do for this episode. I see a spider. I'll have him at least. Give me that string. Not that I need to attack random spiders when I've found the spider spawner. I can always go and make myself a grinder for spiders if I need vast amounts of string. I suppose it's given the animals time to grow up and get ready for breeding again. There's another egg come out there. I really could do with setting up a better chicken farm. I've seen a very nice design for a cooked chicken machine, which I'm very tempted to have a go at building. But, well, for the moment, this is where we stand. I say I've not done very much in the nether yet. That is basically because I got halfway through building a building on the other side to protect my portal, and run out of arrows in the nether, and had 2 or 3 ghasts flying around, randomly spitballing me with fireballs. So I've given up on that for the moment. Let me know what you'd like to see me doing, whether I should just carry on playing like this. I'll give you probably a weekly update of how I'm getting on. Whether you want me to show you the features of the snapshots, or just show them as I come across them, or what you'd like me to do. Anyway, I shall see you next time. Bye bye.